Hello, this is Jason from Indie Cardboard, and I know I don't make a lot of these videos, but I wanted to make one today concerning subscription boxes. I know, these are immensely popular. We have been subscribers to Loot Crate for some time, but these days it seems like everyone has one, according to any want you could possibly have. There's subscription boxes for pet supplies or clothes or household appliances, food even, and so one came across my Twitter feed and Facebook feed recently called Tabletop Box, and it's just starting up. This company out of Utah, I believe, and I contacted them and we corresponded, and they wanted to send over their first box, which ships this month in July, to show me what they were going to offer, and I figured I'd show it all to you all as well. So this is the box that showed up, and you can tell, it's got a pretty good sized box. So that was exciting. Wondered, because that's one of the things with subscription boxes, right? It shows up, and the bigger the box, the more your the gears in your head starts turning. What could possibly be in there? So this box shows up, and I'm already pretty excited. And their boxes run $50, but if you go to their website, which is subscribetabletopbox.com, or you can visit them on Facebook as well, you can sign up for their newsletter, and they've got a special going where if you sign up for their newsletter, you get your first box for half off, for $25. And each of these boxes is supposed to have a full RPG or tabletop game, as well as wearables and other themed objects, art, and so there's supposedly a lot that they're going to cram inside every box. So this first one shows up, and inside it's got a packing slip that shows the 6 items that this box contains, which is a board game, a playmat, which is a 61 by 35 centimeter playmat, a comic book, a necklace, some dice, glow-in-the-dark dice, and an art print from an artist named Tim Odland. So the theme of this initial box is extraterrestrials or alien space, and so the game they chose, which is absolutely perfect for that theme, and one of my favorite games, is Cosmic Encounter. And so, like I said, the subscription boxes run about $50, and if I'm not mistaken, that's close to MSRP for this. So you're already getting a really good value out of this box, and if you don't have Cosmic Encounter, it would find a welcome spot on anyone's game shelf. It's a game that almost anyone can play. Out of the box, it plays 3 to 5, but there's expansions out there, lots of expansions out there that can push that even higher. I've played this game lots, and every game is a little wacky. The game Cosmic Encounter is really unbalanced, which will certainly make it not everybody's cup of tea, because it is unapologetic and it's unbalanced. It's not a rules error or anything. There's tons of races packed in here, and some races are just better than others. But it's a lot of fun, and really favors that backstabbing and alliances, loose alliances. And it comes highly recommended from me. I really enjoy it. So they've included Cosmic Encounter in here, so that's great. Packed on top of that was the art print I mentioned from Tim Odland, and again, it plays to the alien theme. So if you enjoy art prints, there you go. It's really pretty and bright and colorful, and as an art print go, it's attractive and is a welcome addition to this box. I mentioned dice earlier, so it has 6 glow-in-the-dark dice, and they're all alien themed, and they don't go to any particular game, obviously. but I'm sure there's no shortage of games out there that use six-sided dice that you could sort of, replace or shoehorn these into, and you just add to the theme. And I love dice, so, I mean, there you go. Another thing that I mentioned earlier that is in here is a necklace, and I'll give you all a look at that. So it's cute flying saucer. It says "I want to believe" at the bottom, so it has kind of this X-Files theme going on. And it's funny because my son and I just finished the first 2 Mega Man games. He's a huge fan, or has been for some time, of Mega Man. And there's, Wily, the main bad guy, and is always flying off in a flying saucer. And in the second game, he actually pretends to be an alien that looks similar to this. So that immediately made me smile because, like I said, we just finished that, and it was cool seeing this in the box. The next thing is this playmat, and I mean, it's a typical size playmat. I love the print on it. It's this outer space print, really vibrant. And we've actually, in our game group, we've been playing a lot of Zaya lately, and it's a really awesome board game, especially if you like space exploration. It's a little big for a mat of this size. Like I said, it's 61 by 35 centimeters. But this would be a perfect size mat for a smaller, particularly a space-themed game like Tiny Epic Galaxies or something of a similar size. So, but yeah, I mean, the playmat, like I said, I love that sort of vibrant blue and black space print on it. It's really pretty striking. And then the last thing, I haven't really read comics in quite some time, but it is a comic from Dark Horse called Aliens Defiance, and it's issue 1. It says it's a variant cover, and it's funny. I used to work at a comic book store in the early to mid '90s, and Dark Horse was pretty popular then, and even then they had alien lines. But I haven't read these comics, or really much. I haven't read very many comics in a long time of any sort. But I'll definitely tear into this and see where it takes me. But anyway, I mean, that's all the stuff that's packed in this first box. Like I was saying, they run $50 a month. So, I mean, use your own discretion if you think that's a good value. To me, that certainly is. Even from the board game alone, board game and then the playmat, you've hit $50. So there's plenty here, because I know one of the complaints that I've had with subscription boxes, because it's sort of this gamble, right? You don't know what's inside, and sometimes you get the box and you're like, wow, this really exceeded my expectations. And then there's other months where it shows up and you're like, it's kind of a dud. When you don't really like the stuff that's inside. So there is that gamble, and I'm sure there'll be a gamble with this too. But just based on first impressions alone with this initial box, I'm really impressed. So again, you can go to subscribe.tabletopbox.com and check them out, or you can also find them on Twitter and on Facebook. So that's all from me, and let me know. You can find me on Twitter as Indie Cardboard. So let me know what you think of this or of subscription boxes in general, and I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, have fun.